welcome to the Giving Flower podcast. I'm Kimber Lawley, your host, and I have no guest stars today except the cat, which you can't see, and she is being totally snuggly next to me. Today we have a little bit of a problem with the camera. It's not working very well, so we put it up on the TV, so I'm kind of looking up today, but you don't care because you're here to watch the craziness. Yeah, welcome back, welcome to new viewers. If you're here for the first time, I'm sorry. I hope it's interesting. We'll have to see. Anyway, let me tell you what I've been up to. First things first, I want to say a bunch of thank yous. It's been 3 crazy weeks, and we haven't had much time to do much. I mean, we've been very, very busy, so I haven't had time to podcast. Please stop. Thank you. No. We haven't had much time to podcast, so it's been a whopping 3 weeks. But here we are. Yesterday was Easter. We had a really good Easter hunt in the snow. It's been snowing here. It's nonstop. It's crazy. Really, really crazy. Some days it gets warm enough that the snow melts, and then it starts snowing again. Kind of fun. You wake up and the roads are covered, and it melts, and the next day you wake up and the roads are covered. So we've had a lot of snow lately. Can you stop, please? You're gonna drive me nuts. Please don't. Okay? Bye-bye. Someone's down here bugging the cat, and he's gonna bug me. So, bye-bye. Unless you want to sit with me. No. Okay. Anyway. So, what should we start with? The thank yous. My thank yous. I have gotten a lot of patterns, a lot of really, really, really nice compliments. I got a package or two. And so the first thing I want to do is say a thank you. I had a swap. I had a really fun swap with Julie from Holland, Michigan. She and her family, she has 3 kids. We did a swap together, and I made some bags and sent, gosh, I don't even know what I sent anymore. Sent a bunch of stuff over. Wollmeise, I sent some pink Wollmeise, and she sent some stuff to us. So I'm just going to show you a few things in the box that she sent. First of all, Reese's peanut butter cups. We don't have them here. So these, and I still have them, have not been eaten, surprisingly enough. I've had this for over a week now, and they haven't been eaten. But thank you, Julie. This is wonderful. We got Reese's peanut butter cups. And, oh, she said, the kids made these cute boxes. Look at this. They made boxes. Everything's been taken out. There were fruit erasers for Alita and some bracelets, some friendship bracelets in these boxes. They're gone. They've been taken and abused and used and everything. So they were immediately gone. She also sent some fiber. And I don't even know what this kettle dyed sampler pack. This has a bunch of different things in here that I can use, which is kind of cool. In my blues. Very, very cool. And, oh, look at this. She sent a bunch of Halloween Kool-Aid in Scary Blackberry, which will be really cool to do some Kool-Aid dyeing in. I'm kind of psyched about that. Oh, look at this, look at this. She sent mustache stickers. How cool are the mustache stickers? These go to Alexander. I said he couldn't have them yet, but they're in there for him. I tried to keep things intact. It didn't happen. And one of the really cool things, and now I have a ton. I also got some of these from another swap I did. Knit Picks, interchangeable knitting needle tips. And I love my Knit Picks. I know everybody talks about all their fancy needles that are really expensive. I love these because I can get them here. I can't get the light ones yet. They don't have the light ones, but the dark ones, the Knit Pit needles, you can get the dark ones here. The what are they called? Do I have any on? Yes, here. No, these aren't them. But the needle tips that are colored wood that I love so much, I just love them. They're my favorite, and I'm not going to go signatures and everything. It's too expensive, so I'm going to stay with these, but I always need new needles. I don't know what it is. It's not like I have too many projects or anything. Yeah, well, so I always need new needles, and in the winter when it's so dark, and I'm always knitting with dark yarn, like right now I'm doing dark purple, it's nice to have some light needle tips instead of the dark needle tips. So I asked if she'd send some, and she sent a bunch, and I'm using them right now in one of my projects. And now I have a ton and a ton, and don't worry, I cannot have too many of these. I haven't opened these yet. These are 3.5. The only bummer is that they don't go down the little sizes, and those are the sizes I use the most. I always use my little needle tips. But this is a 3.5, and she sent a ton of them. She sent a 4mm and a 3.7mm. Those are in here. Like I said, the one, I think it's a 3.5mm, or no, 4.5 is already on the needles, and I'll show you that project in a moment. That's what she sent. Oh, she sent a ton of cool stuff. So anyway, I wanted to thank her for that very much. Thank you, Julie. We all appreciate it. Alita, we all do. Another thing is, I got a bunch of patterns. First of all, I want to show you, and I printed out the first page of each one so I could show you. This one is really cool. This is someone I've been in a VK, and then I've talked to her. She's really, really sweet, and she had some questions about test knitting, and I've been through it, so I kind of tried to help her out a little bit. I don't know much about it all, but I tried to help her out a little bit, and she has the most gorgeous shawl. Oh, you have to go over there and look at this shawl pattern. She's Silky Doll Designs. Her name is Sarah Missingham, and this is it. It's called Meg Shawl, and I don't know if you can see that very well. The camera's really far away from me, and we're zoomed in, so this is it. And like I said, I've only printed out the first page of each one. She's Silky Doll on Plurk, and she's a sweetie. So go check out her pattern, and she sent the pattern to me. Isn't that nice? So I'm so excited. So we'll see. You know, I always, you know what? We're collectors, and you never know. Someday you may need a pattern, and you have it. So that one I have. And another new designer, well, I don't know if she's new, but another friend who I chat with on Becans, her name is Melissa, and she's from Meltrans Designs, and she has her Die Erste, and it's Afrikaans. It's like, in German, it's Die Erste, which means the first, so it's very, very similar. It's almost the same. It's almost spelled the same. It's Melissa Transtum, Meltrans Designs, and it was her first shawl design, so this is it. She gave this to me too. Thank you very much, Melissa. I want to say Melissa. Color Mel. But, so that's it, and it's really, really pretty. I'm going to make that at some point. I have a lot of things I want to make. But you know what? The mood's going to hit me. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to start it. It's how things work. Can't organize that kind of stuff. And then, you're going to die. This one's great. Here comes the cat. I don't think I should show her this one. It's called Splat Cat. And it was in my queue on my wish list because I love it. I think it is so cool. I think it'd be cool for underneath. I can make 4 for the table for when I have guests and they have glasses and stuff. A coaster, that's it. I wanted to make them as coasters. And it is a flat cat with the bulging eyes, which is too funny. And who did I get this from? This came from Diane, D-Cat on Plurk. Hi, Diane. Thank you very much. This is so cool. And then, another really, really cool one. This came from Nicole, who's Estrella Polar. Hi, Nicole. This one she sent me, and it's Rock, Paper, Scissors, Shoot, which I think is the coolest. I need 3 hands, because there's 3, you know me and Fingos mitts. Love this one. I think it is so cool. So this is what this one is. Rock, Paper, Scissors. Each mitt has a different thing on it. One is a rock, one is scissors, and obviously one's paper. And you can see a little piece of parchment paper on it. And they're all in color. In, there's the cat. You can't see her, but she's sitting next to me. In color work. So, and I love color work. So thank you guys very, very much for these. They totally made my day. I love them. And like I said, we're all pattern collectors. And that's why when I gift my pattern, I say gift, not because I'm trying to make a new verb, but because in Ravelry, in your bar, it says gift. And if you gift to someone, that's what it's called. So I say I gifted it, or they gifted it to me. They gave it to me is what they did. It's funny, if you listen, nobody says buy anymore. I bought something. I bought this online. I say buy. Everyone says purchased. Purchased. So just listen around and see what you hear. Everyone is saying purchased. It's funny because there's always some new word that goes around, and to me it's purchased right now, and it's kind of funny. Every time I hear it, I kind of giggle, because I think, oh, so nobody's buying things anymore, they're purchasing. Yeah, anyway, so that's that. Thank you very much. From Sarah. Oh, I forgot to print this one out. The drizzle hat from Mel Ski Knits. She's Single-Handed Knits. She came out with a drizzle hat, and Tara, who's Tara27, she gifted me that pattern. She gave me that. She purchased the pattern and gave it to me. Thank you, Tara, so much. And I don't have that with me. Sorry. I forgot to print that one out. She gave that pattern to me, and I wanted to thank her. So thank you, Diane, and Melissa, and Tara, and Sarah, because I will forget if I do not write things. I write things down and I forget. So, you know, and Nicole, and Jules, or Julie. Yeah. One big, huge thing that totally made me cry. Are you ready for this? And I'm wearing it. One of my test knitters, her name is Avian Lily, Julie. She's Julie from the UK. But Avian Lily, I believe, is her Rav name. She is one of my favorite test knitters. She does a great job every time, and she's really good, finds mistakes. She's fast. She's a super test knitter. And I think she's test knitted 2 or 3 of my things. She test knitted my new Primavera shawl. And one day the doorbell rang, and I opened up the package, and there was a Primavera shawl in purple for me. She had knit it for me. My heart skipped a beat. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I've been wearing it ever since. I don't wear anything else right now. But here it is. She did a great job. It's in, I think it's tweed and mohair. And I love it. And it's purple. Blue or purple, you can't go wrong. So thank you so much. I love this. So I'm wearing it. Of course, it's one of my favorites. I think every one I make is my favorite. But anyway, so this is what I've been wearing. It's probably going to walk away on its own because I've worn it so much. But kind of, it's like a hug. It's my hug. So thank you very much. And another thing she sent, she said she bought this at Christmas and hadn't sent it yet. Fabric. And of course, this has been washed and dried. She bought me, because I like London and my London, all of my London hats and my washcloths and stuff. She went out and got this fabric, and it's I Love London, and it's got the double-decker buses, and it's got everything that I put on my London skyline is on here, pretty much. The double-decker buses, the bridge, everything. Tea, love it. And blue crown fabric for the inside. And she said I should make some bags, so you know I will be making bags. Because I've had 1 week off, and I have next week off, so I'm going to be making myself some bags, because you know I don't have enough bags. Yeah. So this is another thing. And, of course, which is too cute, she sent matching ribbon. Oh my gosh. Just like details. Oh my gosh. Anyway, blue, white, and red polka dots. I love it. So, you know that's going to be next. So I'll be making some bags with that. I will show you next time when I make them. Thank you so much. This was just totally warmed my heart. Thank you. So, that was my week. Wow, it was so cool. Very, very cool. I like it. All of my things went out too. I sent a ton of stuff out in the mail. And I'm done for right now. I have nothing that needs to be sent, which is good. I feel good about that. All I have to do is knit. And I just remembered I forgot my new cowl. I just took pictures. We just did a whole photo session outside. I have been working on a new cowl. It's the Berlin Skyline. It's a Mobius. Dare I say it wrong? Mobius is what it is in German because it's an O-E. So it's going to be Mobius, but Mobius in English. I've been working on this, and I love knitting a Mobius. They are the coolest thing. It is the coolest magic. And what I did is I had 3 skeins. I think it's Malabrigo Merino Silky, and that was gifted to me by a friend years ago. One of my friends in my knitting group, and she gifted me 3 skeins of blue. And I've been holding it. I've been keeping it to the side, thinking it's too gorgeous. I don't want to knit with it. Well, I pulled it out and I said, I'm going to make a Mobius with this. And I made this, the Berlin Skyline, and it's called Berlin Reflections because on a Mobius, when you knit, you knit one whole row, which is theoretically 2 rows. The first row is the right side, and the second row comes up as the back side. So the buildings up here are going to be reflected down here because they're opposite. It looks so neat, and I, of course, forgot it upstairs. But it's a big, long cowl. It's about this long, and it goes down. I'll have pictures. I will link to it in my project page because I've written up the pattern because, you know, there's nothing I can not knit without writing up a pattern with graphs and everything. And what I was thinking of doing is Kat Bordy, I used her real Mobius cast on for it. And there's a YouTube video, which is fabulous. She's wonderful. But I was thinking if you wanted me to, anyone wants to test knit it, I'd love it, I would put pictures and descriptions so you don't have to go watch the video. You could just watch it, you could just see it on the pattern itself, how to do it, which I think is sometimes easier than having to go to the computer and watch it and everything. Sometimes it's just nice to have it right there in the pattern. So I finished that yesterday. I've been working on that all week, and I really, really love it. You can double it. You can wear it twice around your head, and you can pull it down over your shoulder so it's like a shoulder warmer. It's really cool because it's nice and big, and I kind of like how it turned out. So now the cat's here, as you can see her tail. It's funny because she's not like this normally. It's just when I'm talking, when I do V-cans and stuff, she comes up and snuggles. Now she's sitting on my fabric. So that is what I've been working on. Now that I've done the Mobius, and I've finished it, I'm going to continue working on my next design, which is a Faroese shawl, and it's in Rowan 100% cashmere, and this is what it looks like so far. It's kind of like this. It's going to have cables, and it's pretty far, but cables and a little tiny bit of lace on it. We'll see how that turns out. Don't know. Don't know. So that's what I've been working on as far as my patterns. Now, I've also, you remember this? I was knitting on this while we were trying to fix the camera. This is my Still Light tunic by Vera Valimaki? Could be. Don't know because I don't have the pattern with me. But here it is. Wait, maybe it's in my old show notes. Don't know. But here it is so far. I've gotten fairly far. Very brainless knitting. And I've separated for the shoulders, separated for the feet, for the arms, right here, and I'm down pretty far, and I've started the darts for the front, for the pockets, that will come at some point, and here it is. And I've tried it on, and it fits, and it's like butter. This I'm using Skein top drawer sock. I have 4 skeins of it. It is so soft and so yummy. It's yummy. Yummy, yummy. Love this stuff. It seriously knits like butter. So awesome. So this is it. In fact, I had the girls over last week. My knitting girls came over. I had the house to myself for 5 days. My family went to southern Germany where his mother lives, my husband's mother lives, and they stayed there for 5 days, so I was home free, and I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. And I had my girls over one night for dinner. I made pizza and brownies, and Gisela, hi Gisela, she watches, believe it or not, craziness. She had a sweater that she'd made. Unfortunately, it was green. It wasn't quite my color. But she made a sweater in this, and it fit me. And I was about to take it, but she realized I had it, so I couldn't. But it was so soft and so yummy to wear. So I can't wait to finish this. So I'm working on this diligently. We'll get it done. It'll be done. I know it. Oh, I can't wait. It's so bad. I'm so impatient. But this is my brainless knitting, and of course I'm using my yarn caddy, which I love. And it's funny because every time I turn, everyone looks, what? Listen. Those are the ball bearings. It doesn't make that much noise because you only pull a little bit. So it makes a little bit of noise, but it's funny because, what's that noise? It's my yarn. Don't worry. Yarn's making noise. So, that's that. And of course, I don't have enough to do at all whatsoever. No. Because that's why, I got to cast on another thing. What I did is, I bought some yarn. Don't know if you can see. It's gorgeous. It's Rastita from Malabrigo. It's yummy. in red. Because I do like my dark reds. Anything with the blue in it, cold dark red. And this is so yummy. So I have to buy it. I'm going to make a swirl jacket. Another swirl jacket. So, this is all caked up. Of course it's caked up. And I've cast on 500 and something stitches. I've started it. Another one that's fun to knit with. It's fun to knit with nice yarn. And, oh, here. Here are, this is from Julie, Avi and Lily, her little snowmen. And then I have from Helen from Knitting 365. I've got her stitch markers on here. Wait a minute. Where's my hat? I have Red Hat Knitter here. It is so fun to knit with stitch markers people give you because every time you get there, you think of that person. I love it. This one is from Red Hat Knitter. This is her little hat. She's on that one. Starbucks, because it's yummy. This is for the Cinco de Mayo. This is a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see. This is a skull. It's a blue little skull. Probably can't see it. But it's a blue skull. I think you can imagine it. And these are from Turtle Pearl. This little tiny one that I love. She sent me a bunch of them when she sent me her yarn. And I use those. So I think of Turtle Pearl, Genevieve. I think of Yvonne, my mom with the Red Hat Knitter. And, yeah, Starbucks. And then I get my coffee. So every time I go around, I think of somebody. It's kind of cool. Ava, Lily, Julie, and here's another. Genevieve is on here. Helen. And, of course, I have some that I've made. But I really think it's neat to knit with stitch markers other people give you because you get to think of them. So, anyway, I can't stay on track, can I? Are you surprised? So, here we are. Oh, I can show you. I've got the book. I can show you just what I'm making. I think it's called Wild Time. It is, my other swirl jacket I made was a circle with a hole in the middle. And it's huge, but I love it. It's like a big coat, and it's the best thing in the whole world. Swirl jackets I would recommend to anybody to knit. They're fast. They're not fast, but they're, for what they are, they're fairly fast because they're fairly easy to knit. And it's a jacket you can wear everywhere. It's great. This is it. It's called Wild Time. This is the one I'm doing because my gauge matches. So that's it. And it is a, it's from this book, Knit Swirl by Sandra McIver. Okay. And this one now is an oval with this, with the off-center circle. Instead of a circle with a middle circle, this one's an oval with an off-center circle. So I'm going to knit a couple of these because the knit swirls are so nice to wear. They're just great little jackets. Even if you just want to look at it, it's a good book. So that's what I'm knitting. I'm sure there's more. I've just forgotten. You know me, I don't forget anything. I think I finished my Woodburn cardigan last week. I have worn that thing everywhere. Oh, we're playing golf. We're getting our golf license. In Germany, you can't play golf unless you have a license. Like everything else, you have to have a piece of paper saying you can do it. So you have to go through tests and practice, and we're doing private lessons. Not private, but group lessons. Let's just say that much. And because the snow, they've been pushed and pushed. We should have done it by now. We should have finished the whole thing by now. We had the theory test last week, and we passed. And hopefully this week we'll have another lesson, and then we get to go to the golf club, the golf course, and actually play a hole. And then they say, yes, you can, no, you can't. Should be interesting. But anyway, for the test, for the day we took the test, the written test, I wore my Woodburn cardigan because it brought me luck. I didn't really need it, but it brought me luck anyway. Yeah, it was kind of a hard test, too. I was surprised. Of course, it's all in German, and so you've got to learn all those stuff in German. But, you know, once you do it, it's no big deal. I studied all week. It's kind of fun. So my Woodburn cardigan's done, and I was lucky, very lucky. Now I'm going to knit some golf clothes, like, I don't know, something. Just, I need another reason to knit stuff. That's all there is to it. What else? I don't even have German words this week. Don't forget, oh, today's April 1st. The Cal has started. If you have not gotten your pattern for either Walter, because he's so cute, or Jeff. We're not going to talk about things. Walter, this is Walter, because he's the Gießkanne. Oh, that's a good German word, Gießkanne. Do you know what Gießkanne means? Gießkanne means watering can. Watering can. So here he is, a Gießkanne, Walter the Gießkanne, with his drippy legs. And, careful how I hold him. And we have gardenia. So go over and get the pattern. You know what? For this month, I'll make it $1 off too. So if you don't have it yet, I know I've gifted it to a ton of people. So you probably have it already. If you're in my group, you have it. Because there's no, there are more than 3 people now. There are about 6. So all 6 of you should have the pattern and you should be knitting. Because remember, we're going to do April showers, bring May giving flowers, and the snow is going to go away. And if we all knit flowers, spring will come. It will come. I hope. I'm so sick of snow. Okay, I'm sorry. I want spring to come. Can you tell? Anyway, so, primavera, flowers. I like spring. Where is it? Snow. Yeah. So, come and join the Cal. I will put up a thread so that you can come and show your pictures. Show off your flowers or your watering cans. Gießkanne. Write that down. Gießkanne. Oh, Blume. Wait a minute, let me write this down. Gießkanne and Blume. Blume is flower. Blumen is flowers. In German, they have sometimes the word's different in plural. It's not just add an S like in English. Why would it be easy? It's not. So, or Gießkannen, plural. So we have Blume and Gießkanne. Those are the 2 German words for today that you will learn. Frühling. Did we do Frühling already? No, we did that last week. Frühling. So Gießkanne and Blume and what else? Schnee. Schnee means snow. We don't need to know that one though because we have enough of it. So just keep thinking Blume, Blume, Blume. Sonne means sun. Sonne. And I need some Germans here to tell you these words because I shouldn't be doing it. So there are the words. And so go and join up and join along with us and knit with us because I want to see some flowers springing up. Seriously, if we all knit, we can get spring to get here. Okay. Another thing that I'm super, super excited about, and I know I talked about this last week, but I'm going to talk about it again, my charting program, InvisioKnit. I think I said it wrong last week. InvisioKnit. I love this charting. I'm having the best time. I think that's why I'm trying to get a ton of patterns out because it's fun to do. Before it was such a pain in the buns because I had to cut and paste and do everything. But this time with the InvisioKnit, and I didn't bring anything with me, it just makes it so much easier to graph stuff and to copy and paste. And I'm learning so much more. Every time I do anything, I'm now understanding how things work a little bit better. It's kind of like any program. It's a little bit difficult at first to figure out how things work. But once you get it, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's like Photoshop. Photoshop was hard at first. But now I know what the buttons do and what I can do. Photoshop's fabulous too. But you know that. So InvisioKnit. I put the button on my blog because I'm really excited about the program. I think it's really, really neat. So if you have any inclination at all to design, to chart, to do anything in that direction, you need to go over and have a look at it. At least try the demo. Go try the demo and see what it's like. It is the coolest thing. And there's so many things you can do. It's neat because I was putting the graphs together and you can make it smaller, bigger, up, down, the numbers. You can have the numbers on the bottom, on the top. They can be horizontal, vertical. There's so many different options. It makes it really, really neat. And I found out a new button that you can see the graphs because I had, for my mitts, the graph, I printed it out in color because it's supposed to be in color because it's a color mitten, color work. And then I printed it out in black and white and you couldn't see because the two colors were so similar in black and white. There's a grayscale button. I didn't know that. It took me a minute to figure that one out. Now I can see that, because before I couldn't see it. So I'm learning, I'm going along and learning, and I love this program. So you definitely need to go check this out. So if you have any inclination whatsoever, trust me, it's really cool. So go over and check on my blog, and it's podcast.thegivingflower.de, I believe. And if not, you go to the Giving Flower, the regular blog, and there'll be a link to go to the podcast blog. Little man decided he needed to do that, so that's what he did. And there will be a button on the side, and you can click on that button and go over and see. And just try a demo, because it's really, really a neat program. And I love the look of the charts now. They look so much better than the other ones. The other ones were catastrophe. It's just, I like to have options, and I like it when my life's easier, because there's so much to do. When you're writing a pattern, you don't want to have to jump over hurdles. It's hard enough to write it all down and figure out what you're doing yourself, and then to have to figure out the program. And it got to the point with the other program that I would take the key, save it as a JPEG, and then take it into Photoshop to erase stuff and to write new stuff. I mean, it was just ridiculous, but I had found no other way to do stuff. Whereas in this new one, I don't do that at all. I'm like, ding, done. So go over there. And I asked a question this week, and she got back to me right away. She even showed me an example of how to do what I was asking to do. So just really cool service, really cool everything, support. So go check that out. InvisioKnit is what it's called. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I know it seems like a lot, but it really doesn't. Because if you think about it, I've gone 3 weeks without chatting with you guys. I don't really have that much. I've just got my cowl, which I forgot to show you, but I will show you it next time. The pictures are on there. I'm going to link to it. My cowl link. And, yeah, this is coming along. I've started my swirl. It's pretty much all I've been knitting on. And this, I worked a little tiny bit on it. This is so soft. Cashmere's nice stuff. Go figure. Love it. So that's what I've been working on. And as far as sewing goes, my machine broke again, so I had to get it fixed. Again. But now he showed me what to do if it happens again. We'll see. Not happy. But that's okay. All right. I think that's pretty much it. I might have a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I am now trying to, I know I don't stop talking, do I? I'm trying to get down in weight, because I've been gaining weight horribly. I've just been eating. It's been kind of fun. Just kind of eat. So I've stopped eating as much as I have been, and I've gotten down quite a bit. I want to get down about another 3 kilos, and then I'd be happy. But those Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are just staring at me, so I might have a little bit. Yeah. Hi, Alex. She's another one out of my group. I don't have any, I forgot to tell you, I don't have any guests with me today, because they weren't in the mood to hang out with me today. Alexander is going to his friend's house in about an hour, and Alita is too. So neither one of them wanted to. I'm petting the cat as we talk. That's why I have my arm funny. That's why they didn't want to come and chat with you or be with me. And you. No, it's not you. It's not you whatsoever. It's them. It's never you. Anyway, hope you had a good Easter. We had a great Easter, and I will see you hopefully soon. Go check out InvisioKnit. I think I said that. Go sign up for the cowl. Am I telling you what to do? I'll do it anyway. Go sign up for the cowl and knit a flower so the spring comes. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Tschüss, as they say in Berlin. Tschüss.